Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Your height is your height. Yeah, I ain't doing anything on height in a long time. And it was actually inspired by this Bama, and I'm going to call him a Bama. If I was in his face, I'd call him a Bama, even though he's taller. Some dude talking about, hey, I'm 6'1", but if I wear some cowboy boots, I get to be 6'3". Damn. First of all, I've never complained about my height. So why the fuck you telling me some shit like that? Why are you even talking about that shit? In fact, anybody who's followed me when I talked about height, I said shit. Regardless of your height, you can still get women. You can still get women. And even you talked about me, because the most I've said is I'm not 6 feet. I don't give a shit. Still taller than 99% of the women I run across. So what the fuck? In fact, here's a pic right here with a friend of mine. Boom. That friend is 5'10". She 5'10". She's always been tall. She looked at me and I even said something to her because I was like, you getting short, ain't you? And I said that to her. She said, nah, she's still 5'10". She said she thought I was 6 feet. In fact, I've had quite a few women who were 5'10" or 5'9" or 5'10", thinking I'm 6 feet. Shit, I've had a couple think I was 6'2" or something. Whatever. I was taller than them. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. But, you know, you're going to get some Bama on there and talking some stuff. One, I ain't asked for it. Two, if you 6'1" and you still worried about your height, you got bigger problems than your height. You got people out here, you got men out here getting surgeries and stuff so they can get to where this dude was naturally. And then, here's the most important thing. If you're doing it to impress women, what they going to say when you take your your boots off? What they going to take when your height shoes or whatever? Because you got a lot of dudes who think, yeah, wear some lifts or something like that. Okay, but what that woman going to say when you take off those lifts and you ain't the height you thought she was? I'm going to tell y'all something about women. Show your real self, because whenever they find that you faking, they get turned off. That's like you walking around with some rolled up socks in your pants and stuff, making it look like your print is bigger. And then they find out, nah, I ain't that big. The women get pissed. Because my thing is, whatever you are, that's what you are. If a woman don't like it, she don't like it. Because, yeah, you get a lot of women talking about they want a certain height or you ain't tall, especially on what I call the gift that keep on giving, the balloon pop shows. I'm like, what the fuck ever? If they don't like it, they don't like it. Whatever. Because women, just by their nature, they're always going to find something they don't like. Shoot, you get motherfuckers who look like fashion models. Got that square jaw. There's still some women don't like it. Shoot. And then there's things who don't like. Incidentally, on that gift that keep on giving, the balloon pop show, this woman specifically looked at this man's shoes and said, you got nice shoes. You know, that's one thing. When you're talking about women, there's some stuff they gonna like, and then there's some stuff they not gonna like. And that's just it. You don't worry about it. And if you're talking specifically about your height is your height. I mean, the best you can do there is walk with a strong posture. You can control that. But it's probably the least controlled thing that you got on you. Whatever you're going to get on you. But you can still get something. You know, like every morning I always check my, what I call my virtual traps. I check them, check different stuff, see if I got any messages. I was checking Facebook this morning. Saw this young lady I knew who had worked with on one of my 1,000 jobs. Her height, about 5'3", 5'4". The guy she with now ain't that much taller. which means he might be about 5'6", 5'7". She looking happy. She smiling. She got that smile on her face. You know that look women get when they happy. They getting that good. They happy with a man. She happy. And she been with this guy for a few years. She been with him for a few years. She don't give a fuck. Because you get some bammers out there thinking, oh, you ain't this or that. But remember something I talked about on my sit-down video this morning. Don't project your bullshit on the other men. Because I don't care what you look like, what your size is, what your body build. There's somebody like that who can get women. See, one of the things, and this ain't just with height, whatever you got going on with you, it is what it is. You just live with it. And yes, there's going to be some women who don't like it, but there'll be some women who do. And you can't do anything about it. What you going to do about it? Like if you talk about that height, what you going to do? You going to get that operation? Because like I've said with some of those dudes who get the operation, yeah, they might get that height up, but then a woman will find something else they don't like on them. They don't like their hair. What you going to do? You going to go to like Turkey and get your hair done? Okay, fine. There's still something they ain't going to like. What you going to do? Get a dick operation so your dick will get bigger? There's still something on you they ain't going to like. That just is what it is. There's always going to be some on you that a woman don't like. But, there's always going to be something on you that they do like. You got to just go with whatever you got and just go with it. Whatever you got. Whatever you've been blessed with. Because you gotta have the attitude of like, this is me. If a woman don't like it, she don't like it. Nah. Yeah, I had to fix this. Where was I? Yeah, man, you could be 6'4". You could be super muscular, got all the clothes, all of that stuff. There's still gonna be some women that ain't gonna like it. Because look, I'm gonna tell you something now. You can't go through life worried about that shit. You are who you are. Your height is your height. Shoot, if you want to add more, your body build, yeah, you can deal with that, but there's only so much you can do. Like, I'm known for talking about body game, but you might not be able to get down to that, like, certain percentage of body fat. Hell, some people say it ain't even healthy. And go up here real quick. Shit. Some people say it ain't even healthy. But look, you're going to do what you're going to do. All right? And you got to, like, live the way you're going to live. You are who you are. Whatever your height is, that's your motherfucking height. What the fuck else you going to do with it? Is somebody going to get mad? Whatever. Whatever your height is. If your ass 5'7", man, there's plenty of women out there 5'2" and stuff. Sexy as shit. Built like a motherfucker. Shit, got nice old bodies on them. And if you know, and even with those taller women, shoot, just look them in the eye and say, you like climbing trees. In fact, I've known some women who were like 5'10". They have like shorter stature husbands. They taller than their men. Husbands, not boyfriends, husbands. They don't give a fuck. You look. Because, look, I'm going to tell you what, in this thing of ours we call game, you can only work with what you got. If you got lemonade, if you got lemons, you make yourself some lemon meringue pie, some lemonade, some whatever. You don't worry about all this other bullshit. You don't worry about it. And don't project your bullshit. If you got some issues or something, don't project that on the next man. Don't project that on the next man. Because you got what you got. Because you just never know. I look at my two sons. One is 5'9". He can find clothes easy. The other one's 6'3". Man, man, there's always been something finding him some clothes to wear. He got trouble if he got new pants. If he got to get some pants or something, oh, he got to go through it. he got to go through it. He might have to hit a couple stores with him, you know? Or like my arm length. My arm length is a little bit longer than normal, because I used to work, one of my 1,000 jobs, I used to work at a department store. And get like my arm length is 36, 37. But when we used to get like dress shirts and stuff, we get one that was that length, one. And then I was a brother who, thicker up top, big ass traps and shoulders and stuff. So then I couldn't get like just a regular size. So it was like, get like one shirt, get like a box of 12 shirts, only one of them I could actually wear. It's something. Meanwhile, somebody else who's smaller, regular height, regular arm length, shoot, they just walk in and get it. It's always something. It's always something. But you don't worry about it. If that's not you, that's not you. Look, here's the thing. Whatever you do, you worry about who you are. That's all you worry about. You don't worry about the next man. You don't project. And if you got some issues or something, that's your issues. Don't project that on the next man. The next man might not be tripping. Like that height thing. I've personally known some short-statured men who were getting women, fine-ass women. They ain't give a fuck. They didn't allow anything to stop them. They didn't allow that. And that's how you gotta be. That's the attitude that you gotta have. You gotta have that attitude of, this is who I am, this is what I'm gonna do. Don't worry about it. Don't try to fake it. Cause look, here's the thing. This is one thing I found with women too. If you try to fake it with them, they ain't gonna like it. What you gonna do? Like I was talking about that height thing. What the fuck you gonna wear something that's gonna make you look taller? And then what you gonna do? You gonna wear those shoes or boots in the bedroom? Bedroom. You gonna wear? If she don't like you, she don't like you. And yeah, I know. Don't come on here and say, well, women do this or that. I don't agree with that shit either. But I'm talking about the men. I'm talking about the men right now. As a man, don't worry about they do. Don't deflect. That women do, that's some female ass shit. Don't come on here deflect. You come on here deflect, I'm gonna delete your comment. I don't have time for it. Because a man gotta look within. He gotta feel good about himself within. And hell, whatever. If he ain't whatever, don't worry about it. Shoot. I was watching a bunch of football games yesterday. My Commanders. We ain't gonna talk about that. But man, you got football players, running backs who are like under 6 feet. Quarterbacks too. Shoot, you got players making millions of dollars. They don't give a fuck. They the right size for what they are, what they need to be. Whatever. You are who you are. You are who, however you choose to worship God. If God, Allah, Moses, the great pumpkin, Big Ron, whatever the case, that's who you are. That's who you are. Let me see. Let me put this over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I gotta get a new thing for here that'll stay on here, right? Anyway, whatever the case, it is what it is. Whatever you got. The best you can do is still messy. You can still have the barber bless you. Whatever you want to wear. You can still wear whatever style of clothes you want to wear. Whatever fits into what your social class is, your subculture, whatever. It's you. It's your style. If you want to get tatted up, that's you. If you don't want to get tatted up, that's you. I don't want to get tatted up. I say my scars are my tats. But that's me. If you do what you want to do. Because remember, the most important person in this thing of ours we call game is really you. And then from that point, you deal with the women who like it. Okay, let's switch this back to like what I started with, that height thing. Because a lot of dudes be tripping off of it. For what? For what? Yeah, yes, there's some women who want super tall and whatever. Hell. There's some men who want, like, that woman with the progression. You know, I gotta do the progression. Want those big breasts. Or let me start at the top. Want that pretty face. Pretty face. And somebody said you gotta mention the lips too. That's part of the face, motherfucker. Pretty face. Got that face card. Got that nice hair. Shit, got those nice breasts. Got that snatched waist. Shit, got that nice butt dunk. Got those nice round hips. Got those thick thighs, which save lives. Got those nice calves, which you gotta have. And shoot, when it's warm out, they can show those nice toes. They can show those nice toes and shit. They got all of that. Yeah, you might want that, but let's be real. How many women gonna have all of those things? You gotta decide, shit, they ain't gonna be perfect, but they still working it. Whatever you got, you gotta just say, fuck it, I'm gonna work that shit. That's the attitude you gotta have. So whatever your body build is, whatever your height is, whatever your face is, you know, some shit you just gotta live with it. Other shit, yeah, you might can put on some weight, but there's only so far you can go. You might be able to be slimmer, but there's only so much weight you can lose. But your height, that's pretty much it. The best you can do there is just have a good posture. Now, any man could have that regardless of whatever. And, you know, you can still mess with your style and all of that. You can control that. But shit you can't control, it is what it is. What you gonna do? Spend the rest of your life worried that you ain't a certain height or something? Come on, man. Come on. Because shit, you'll drive yourself crazy because you ain't gonna do it. And like I said, even if you one of those bammers who think, well, like, I'm going to get a lengthening surgery or something. Okay, you do that. Then a woman will reject you over something else. Then you might not have hair. You get some woman going to reject you because you don't have hair. You going to spend another 6 figures going to some place like Turkey or something, get hair. What that mean? A woman's going to reject. Hey, there's always going to be a woman that reject you for something and a woman that like you for something. Focus on the women that like you for what you have. And shit. And because I'm going to tell you something I peeped too. A lot of times guys get focused. They could have, like, out of 10 women, 9 of the women like them. 9 of the women feeling them. But they focus on that one woman that reject them. If a woman reject you, she just reject you. It was like, whatever. What the fuck ever. What you gonna do? Lose sleep over that shit? It is what it is. Shoot. Your main relationship is with yourself. You gotta worry about what you doing in life. Not worried about some bullshit some woman gonna be dealing with. And shit. And I'm gonna tell y'all something with women anyway. A lot of times they'll reject you over something. And then they'll go back and they'll get with somebody like the height thing. They might say, oh, you too short, you this or that. But then get with somebody else the same exact height, same exact physicality and shit. You don't trip over it. You just say, look, why don't you just say you just didn't want me, all right? Or like clothes or something. You get plenty of women say, well, I don't like your fit. It's like some dudes would say, like, okay. Anyway, they gonna like whatever. And yeah, I was checking out 2 women. They were over on this side. They look about 5'3" at the tallest one was 5'3". The other one look about 5'2". Shit. Still like towering over. What the fuck you gonna worry about? Shit. Find it. Because first of all, like even that height thing, I don't even trip with these women. They can say what they want. They can say what they want. They always gonna find something. They ain't gonna like to scratch in your shit. What you gonna do? You can do everything you think is perfect. They still gonna reject you. It is what it is. Whatever your style is, somebody ain't gonna like it. Because look at it another way, too. Look at it another way. A very important way. If a woman reject you for something, that's saving you some time. That woman ain't trying to use you. They ain't, let me shout out Alan Roger Curry, may he rest in peace. He always talked about time wasters. You don't need a time waster. If a woman reject you for something, she don't like you for something, you don't need her anyway. She ain't turned on. She ain't turned on sexually by it. So what you need her for anyway? Only thing you need that woman to do, or any woman to do, is just don't try to use you. Shoot, you want a woman to say, well, nah, you ain't this, you ain't that. Okay, that means she ain't getting wet. And if a woman ain't getting wet, what good is she to you? Shoot, she doing you a favor. And that's how you gotta look at it. She doing you a favor. Whatever. And I'm gonna tell you what too. If you don't feel good about yourself, a woman's gonna pick up on it. Because one of the main things that women like in a man is a man who feels good about himself, who's comfortable with himself, who's showing some confidence, no matter what. Because even getting back to that height thing, I met some women. They say they like a short-statured guy who just don't give a fuck, who's walking, who's still going to do stuff regardless. And that can actually turn on a lot of women. If it's like you could be a big man or something. You're a big man, you ain't letting that shit get to you. Women, you get some women like that. Like women, different women gonna like different things. And if you stay focused, and I actually did a sit-down video. It's gonna come out next week. You know I do my stuff a week in advance. But if you just stay focused on who you are and what you about, and the women who like that, all of a sudden you'll look up, you got more women than you know what to deal with. You know what, seriously, you got more women than you know what to do with. All of a sudden you look up at something. Like you don't worry about women who don't want you for whatever reason. Because it could be small. You can have a woman look at your fingernails, they ain't dirty enough, she don't want you. She don't like the bridge of your nose or something. They always gonna want something. And there's nothing wrong with them. Just like you ain't gonna want you might not want a woman with small breasts, or a woman with a flat old like pancake ass. That's fair. That's fair. Fair exchange is no robbery. But you can't worry about it. In fact, when you talk about relationships, the key word is relate. You want somebody you want a mutual attraction with somebody. That's what you want to feel. That's what you want to like focus on. And if a woman ain't finding something about you attractive, okay. Just say okay, keep it moving. Don't get mad. You ain't gonna lose sleep. And don't say every single woman. That's very important, because you haven't met every single woman on the planet. I challenge anybody. Somebody get in the comments and say you met every woman on the planet. Every single woman on the planet. Every single woman on the planet. You haven't. You haven't. And shit. Fix up what you can. Live with what you can't fix up. And then go from there. That's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta do it. Like the original title of this thing, Your Height is Your Height. That's it. Oh, and another thing too, let me just say, this is a little bit of a tangent. Listen to my whole video. I had some Bama on some video last week disagree with something just from the title. He actually said that. I'm like, you dumbass motherfucker, listen to what I had to say. Then if you disagree with it, okay, fine. But listen to what I actually had to say. Don't be like, just, oh, I read the title, this what this about, or assume. All right? Don't ever do that shit with me. Don't ever do that shit with me. Don't be on some Bama shit like that. Always find out the whole picture first. and then make a judgment. And if you listen to the whole thing, you don't agree, okay, that's on you. That's on you. All right. But I don't have to leave your shit up there either. But anyway, let me see, where should I park? Park right here. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Your height is your height. Your weight is your weight. Your looks are your looks. Whatever. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll get back with y'all on something tomorrow. Peace.